Episode 1. Light in the Darkness. The birth of the cosmos. Before time, before dust, before stars, before clocks, names, ideas, there was only Him. Unchanging. Immense. Inaccessible. A being without beginning, who would decide to begin something. Not out of necessity, but out of love. Not out of loneliness, but out of intention. And then, He spoke. Let there be light. It wasn't a spark. It was a word. And that word didn't just bring clarity, it brought order, purpose, direction. So begins the book of Genesis. And so begins this story, your story too. Because Genesis is not a simple ancient record. It is the reflection of every soul that has ever found itself in chaos, and has needed the light to speak to it again. Genesis 1. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. The Hebrew verb used here is unique. It doesn't mean to modify something already done. It means to create from absolute nothing. As if a musician composed not only the symphony, but also the instruments, the stage, the acoustics. The time, everything. The earth was formless and void. Tohu va bohu. In Hebrew. Two words that describe confusion, emptiness, desolation. Sound familiar? Sometimes that's how our lives feel. Chaotic. Disordered. Empty. But that's where God begins. He doesn't fear chaos. He moves through it. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And then, He speaks, let there be light. Not just physical light. Light is a symbol of direction, of clarity, of meaning. Perhaps you are hearing this on a difficult night. Perhaps you feel like your life is dark. Listen, God still says, let there be light. And when He says it, no matter how thick the darkness is, it cannot be resisted. Section 2, the days. Day after day, God establishes order. Day 1, light. Separation from darkness. He called the light, day, and the darkness, night. Day 2, the firmament. Separation of waters, sky above, water below, the air, the breath, the space between the eternal and the earthly. Day 3, the dry land emerges. Vegetation sprouts. There is already fertile land, although no one inhabits it yet. Day 4, the stars. Sun, moon, stars. Not as gods, not as idols, but as celestial clocks at the service of man. Day 5, life in the sea and in the sky. Birds that soar across the firmament. Fish that fill the oceans. Day 6, land animals, and finally, human beings. And God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Note this, God didn't simply say, as in the previous days. There is deliberation here, let us make. It is personal. It is intimate. You were created with intention. With design. You are not a cosmic accident. You are not a biological coincidence. You are a living image of the divine.
Man and woman. And God created man and woman. In His own image. He gave them dominion, purpose, responsibility. He blessed them. And after all, He saw what He had made, and not only did He say it was good, He said it was very good. Do you see that? From the beginning, God saw you and said, this is very good. Perhaps others haven't said this about you. Perhaps you yourself haven't believed it. But God, the Creator of the universe, calls you His most wonderful creation. This first chapter of Genesis isn't just an ancient text. It's the eternal model of how God works. Where there is chaos, He brings order where there is emptiness. He plants life where there is darkness. He speaks light. And if he did it with the universe, what couldn't he do with your life? Perhaps today you feel disordered, broken, dead, but God is still creator, and his word lives on. Today he can say again about you, "Let there be light." And so, the universe was born, not out of blind chaos, but out of eternal purpose. Your life can also be reborn. Because if in the beginning there was light, then no matter how long your night has been, the dawn is already written. Allow God to write Genesis in you. Allow him to begin again. Because if God could create the cosmos with a word, imagine what he can do with you if you simply let him speak. Let there be light. Let that light find you. Let that light transform you. And may that light never go out. Thank you for listening to this first episode of Genesis, the beginning of all. In the next chapter, we will explore the mystery of Eden, the breath that gave life to man, and the love that created woman. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave your comments. Until then, may the light of the beginning illuminate your path. If this message spoke to your heart, if it made you reflect or simply gave you a break in the middle of the day, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Here we share words that edify, that encourage, that help us grow and walk closer to the purpose God has for each of us. Don't forget to activate the bell so YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video. Believe me, there is much more content prepared especially for you. This channel is for all of us who believe that, even in the midst of trials, God has a greater plan. So if you're watching this, it's not by chance. God brought you here for a reason. Join me on this journey of faith, hope, and transformation. Thank you for being here, and above all, thank God for allowing me to share this message with you.